everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I will share with you a yoga practice for modern warriors to stay grounded and stand for what really matters for you. Take a moment to stand on your feet, Tadasana. Inhale, bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, and as you exhale, bend onto one side. Inhale to come back up, exhale to get onto the other side. Let's do it again. And gently bend. Feel the upper body lengthening into the pose. Breathe in, come up, exhale, get onto the other side. Stay with your breath and come back up to release the hands down. To the next inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and lift the heels as well. As you exhale, lower down on the mat. Inhale to lift up again. And as you exhale, press down onto the air with your hands and gently lower back down. Once more, as you breathe in, lift up. And as you exhale, caress the hair with your hands and come back down onto the ground. Let's get the last one to lift up and stay up. Find yourself balancing. Feel the crown of the head lifted up. Release the core. Release the shoulders down. And as you exhale, find your way back on the mat. We're going to step to the front of the mat and roll with the spine vertebra by vertebra until we reach the ground with the hands. Take a gentle walk backwards, downward facing dog. If it's the first one of the day, you can maybe be gentle and take a walk on the spot. Alternate one knee to extend and the other to bend. And feel all the back muscles lengthening. Let's meet in Turbo Dog. Lift the heels up, soften the knees, sitting bones up. Release the heels down and maybe lengthen the knees if it feels right. The attention stays on the sitting bones looking up to the sky. Stay with your breath and let's lift the right foot in a three-legged dog, looking between the hands, step in between and build up to warrior one. Ground yourself, check that the back foot is not more open than 45 degrees. Turn the hips and shoulders towards the short side of the mat. Release down the shoulders. Breathe. Let's meet in warrior two. Check that the front knee is open outwards and hips and shoulders are in line with the long side of the mat. Flip the front hand, peaceful warrior. Stay with your breath and keep on grounding with your hips. And as you exhale, land with your hand right in front of the front foot and lengthen up in a diagonal the upper arm. Breathe. Gently come back up, high lunge, and open in a twist. Lower the front hand on the ground. You can even creep it across the foot or with prayer hands if you enjoy a little extra challenge. What matters is that the upper shoulder is lifted up and turned to the sky. With your head you can look up to the sky or down to the ground. Lower both hands and three-legged dog. Take a moment to mobilize the hip. So we want to mobilize, bend and extend the knee. And when you feel ready, bend the knee and land with it in between the hands, pigeon pose. As you inhale, lengthen up the spine, and as you exhale, melt it forward. Keep on going with your motion. And as it feels right, melt forward, land with the forehead on the ground, and allow a gentle rest into the pose. Bring the hands under the shoulders, come back up, tuck the toes behind, and three-legged dog. Look in between the hands, step in between, and let's meet in high lunge. Ground, feel the back heel pulling behind to create a long leg. Feel yourself rooting towards the mat. If you enjoy a little extra challenge, you can interlace the fingers, point up with index, and lift up the chest and bend it behind. Exhale to come back down on the ground. Lower down the knee, shift back the weight, lift up the toes, half split. Breathe in to lift up the spine. Exhale to melt forward. Keep on going up and down as you exhale. And finally, melt forward and let the gravity accompany you closer to the thigh. Any sensation that you encounter in this pose, welcome them with kindness and softness. Shift the weight forward, tuck the toes, three-legged dog, and gently land in down dog. Let's get ready for the other side. Left foot looking up, three-legged dog. Step in between the hands, warrior one. Ground yourself. Feel the crown lifted and release the shoulders down. Long spine. And let's transition in warrior two. Open the back foot, turn hips and shoulders to the long side of the mat, then flip the front hand, peaceful warrior. And gently lower down the hand and high crescent lunge. Upper hand creates a diagonal with the foot, and all the upper side is extended. Stay with your breath, come back up in a high lunge, and open in a twist. Lower down the hand, and high crescent twist. Again, variations that you can achieve there is across the foot, hand across the foot, or prayer hands with the elbow on top of the knee. Lower both hands and let's get back up in a three-legged dog. Mobilize the hip by bending and extending the knee, and then let's shift forward in a pigeon pose. Bring the knee in between the hands, and as you exhale, melt forward. Inhale to come back up, and keep on going with this wavy motion until we soften totally on the mat. Stay with your breath and feel the forehead softening all the way down. Stay with your breath, stay with your practice, and stay with any sensation that you encounter in your body. Tuck the toes behind and come back up, three-legged dog. Look in between the hands, step in between, high lunge, lift the arms up. can interlace the fingers again and open up in a gentle back bend. Make sure that the lumbar spine is supported by a strong core. You want to create openness in the heart area, not overbend the lumbar back. Lower the hands down and lower down the back knee as well. Shift the weight, half split. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to melt forward. Inhale to come back up. And finally forward for a gentle passive stretching. Shift the weight forward and lift it back up in a three-legged dog and take a moment in a downward facing dog. Then lift up the heels, round the spine to transition in a plank. Bend the knees behind and lift up in downward dog. Inhale, round the spine, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And this time we are going to step in the middle of the mat with the right foot and get in warrior 3. Virabhadrasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, find your balance and feel yourself steady and grounded. Step behind with a log step, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Shift the weight forward and land with your hand either on the ankle or onto the ground. The upper hand looks up to the sky, as does the eyes. Stay with your breath. And gently turn inwards to stay with a long spine, horizontal back. And gently melt forward. Whatever feels right in here, go for it. And gently soften the front knee and stand back up in a three-legged dog. Let's lift up the left foot, step in the middle of the mat and ready for a warrior 3. Inhale, lengthen the spine, find your balance and feel yourself steady and grounded. Soften the knees, shift the weight back, triangle pose. Shift the weight forward and again the hand can find the ankle or the ground. Your sensation is that the shoulders are open vertically and laying a little bit back on an imaginary wall. To the next exhale, we rotate the spine inward and meet in a long horizontal spine. Stay with your breath and gently melt forward. Breathe. Welcome any sensation in the body. And lift up the foot and let's meet in a downward dog. Take a moment to breathe in there and then look in between the hands, step, walk, jump in between and get all the way up, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the chest, prayer hands. Very well done, everybody. We're going to gently cool down. So let's meet in a seated position. Take a moment to release the hips. Maybe you can give the knees a gentle butterflies motion. And then bring the feet right in front of you and drop the knees onto one side and the other. Allow the spine to totally relax. And then let's meet laying down on the mat. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock yourself to the left and right. Give a relaxation to the spine. Let's get in another variation of pigeon pose. So right foot gets on top of the left knee. The hands interlace behind the left knee. And as you exhale, pull it closer to the chest. Let's swap side. And let's get onto the right. And finally, let's meet in Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Allow the legs to lengthen, the feet to naturally drop outwards, the arms to stay along the body with the palms looking up to the sky. As you exhale, close your eyes and just enjoy a moment of full connection with your breath and total relaxation of the body. Feel free to stay there as long as you love. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed the session. If so, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell button to be notified when a new video is out. Namaste.